not to laugh to this cracker milk. Try not to laugh to this cracker milk podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Cracker Milk Podcast. Remember, uncut, extended, uncensored version. Where is it, Emily?
It's on Patreon.
That is right. Every week we release the uncut version. They're always full on and nasty, and we love doing them. So go check them out for as little as like $2. You can get all of our extra content. We also do deleted skits and all sorts of stuff on there. Thanks for listening. Welcome, everyone. I am joined by Elias DeWedger, Goob, Emily Christopher, and myself, Connor McDuff, on another episode of the Cracker Milk Podcast. Now, it's good to be here. There's only one girl, which means the yapping is at 70% less. It's not that two girls, your yapping increases evenly. Two girls means so much fucking shrieking, yapping, it's shrill sounds where you just ignore the group conversation and chat about your vaginas and your periods. That's all you guys do, and I'm sick of it. I've had enough. Sorry. I don't mean to get up you like that. It's just that...
Bold of you to assume that I can't make up for the lack of the other girl here with my yapping by myself. And I'd like to start with...
Yeah, go on. What would you like to start with? I don't know how you do. I don't know how you're like, I don't like it when we don't have a plan to talk. You will fucking talk. You can talk about anything.
Mum said when I was a kid I could talk under wet cement. She put me under wet cement.
Yeah, and said,
you can still
talk your way out of this one, dickhead. And you did.
Can we just quickly...
address the elephant in the room?
Yeah. No, I was going to say quickly touch on childhood punishments, because speaking of my mum and wet cement, when I swore once when I was a kid, she genuinely actually washed my mouth out with soap. Did that happen to anyone else? Bar of soap on the tongue?
I never got soap on the tongue, but I remember when I was really, really little, like 4, I was playing with pegs, and I very cruelly put a peg on her dog's ear, like on the end of it. I didn't think it would hurt. I was
might not have known.
I was very young. But don't worry, I got mine because my nana grabbed me by the fucking neck about an hour later and put 2 pegs on my ears. Not my foreskin, you sick fuck.
Oh, that's right.
I don't have one. And and said, how do you like it? And I went, I don't at all. And she went, then don't fucking do it to my dog. And I went, holy shit, I'm so sorry.
Honestly, fair.
Yeah, fair enough. I got, and then I took a shit on the lawn because I wanted to be like a dog. That was around the same time.
Yeah.
I think she made you think you
Yeah. Was that the catalyst of you?
Do you want to know what's crazy?
Is that what sparked your love of...
I don't think I've said this story, but I loved The Lion King a lot growing up, and I loved Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh, I know what.
And
I don't like how you say
Are you about to announce your fetish?
I loved them so much, and I loved all the bug eating stuff, and I thought it was cool, so I wanted to be like them, and I can't admit this. I would literally ask my mum if she was like making sandwiches, if I could have like a slice of ham, but she could put it on the floor so I could eat it off the floor like an animal, because I wanted to be like Timon and Pumbaa. So I would pretend it's a bug. And I would huff up ham off the floor saying it tastes like chicken. Like they would.
Wait, she did it for you? She said, yeah, sure, I'll slap a piece of ham on the floor.
Imagine me at 5 being like, Mom, throw ham on the floor! Throw ham on the floor so I can eat it!
She'd just do it.
I'd be like, fucking...
I'd do it for my own sanity.
I will say though,
you would do it for your kid too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
You
And he'd probably tell me
and you would enjoy it. You're like, there you go! Have fun!
I will say though, those bugs look mighty delicious.
They did look juicy and tasty.
Yeah, I'm not crazy for eating ham off the floor.
No. Did anyone else have a crush on any childhood cartoon character?
Yep, the squirrel from the other Sword in the Stone.
Oh my god, that squirrel was hot.
Yeah, I loved that the squirrel was so into him, and I thought it was really, as a kid, for some reason it really excited me that she was so crazy about him, and then he was not into it. And I was like, what the fuck? Why wouldn't you be into her? She's so cute.
Me too.
Oh, because it's a rodent! What's wrong with me?
I watched that movie so many times as a kid when she's stroking him in her
what
tail.
the fuck? Okay, I'm so glad I'm not the only freak. I thought that was...
I loved that
because she is the least, like, human...
No, okay, mine
squirrel.
was...
It's just me being into a squirrel.
After eating ham off the floor,
There's years in between here.
I personally had a crush on the fox who played Robin Hood.
Yeah, he was cool. I loved Robin Hood. What was it? There was something about certain characters that always appeared. Like red and orange characters were always really visually fun to look at. Like Scar from The Lion King.
Yeah, I never had a thing for Scar.
No, not a sexual thing. Like they're just cool. Like,
how long have you wanted to fuck Scar?
Well, Jeremy Irons voiced Scar, so for quite a while.
Yeah.
But I just mean like the characters that I always thought were cool artistically were always the ones that were like a deeper red, like Pumbaa,
Pain and Panic from Hercules.
Who?
Pain and
Are they
Panic.
the little like
Hercules.
gargoyles?
Let my soul.
What about Meg
was on a
from
roll.
fucking... Meg is so hot.
Who are these people?
Meg is so hot from
You've
Hercules.
never seen Hercules?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's Pain and...
The little minions of
the
Hades.
minions.
Do you know
They
what
are cool.
I
Oh,
saw?
the
it-
demons.
Excuse me, Smith.
They're like gargoyles?
There's a puppy on my lap.
They look
No,
like
they're
clown-
like little
clowns.
minions. I saw a TikTok yesterday of a girl who was sitting in front of the TV, looking at her friend, not looking at the TV behind her. And her friend was on Disney Channel, and she kept playing like the first second of every Disney movie, and the girl would be like, Pocahontas, Pinocchio, like got it. And I was like, I wonder if I can do that.
Do you want that person? Do you want to know something about that person? I can tell you this is a fact. They went to Disney and were banned because they kept dressing up as characters, and they said that's for
That's not
staff.
Disney
Don't do
bounding.
that. I fucking found that so weird. When someone brought up to me that you weren't allowed to come in as characters, I went, that's stupid. And then I went, someone went, no, it's because kids approach them.
Kids will
And
go
I'm
up
like,
to you and think,
who
and then if
the
you're not,
fuck is dressing up at a fucking child's park as an adult and then
I
doing
would-
that?
But you're at Jedi Land. You want to be a Jedi.
yeah.
Yeah, but is that weird? Like when you go to Universal in Japan, everyone is dressed up, including Disneyland, but everyone in Universal is dressed up. So either everyone's rocking up to the park, I'm lined
Yeah,
up next
but
to
it's
fucking
different.
minions, and
Yeah,
I'm lined up
it's
next to
different.
fucking wizards. Everyone is in outfits. Even in Disneyland Japan, people dress up, but it's different in Disneyland because they wear like the merch. It's so crazy to me that adults in fucking America get in trouble. Like, hey, please stop harassing children. You are not Princess Jasmine.
Well, they have very strict rules about their staff and the way that they have to
Interact with
conduct
kids, yeah.
themselves. I read that if you're a character, if a kid gives you a hug, you can't be the first one to
Let go.
stop the hug.
Yeah.
You have to wait for them to let go, which is so sweet. And another thing,
I'm abusing that. I'm taking my nephew and I will tell him, like, don't you let
Don't let go.
Don't let go. And I just want to see. how
I've
long.
seen videos of like
Come on.
characters and they're holding the kid and the kid won't let go and they deal with it so well. And the other thing is, if you're a character performer at Disney, you are never allowed to say online, I dress up as
No, you're
this
not. And-
character. You just have to say my friend.
You know what? I had multiple people that I knew go to Tokyo in America as Disney princesses. They would post photos of them at work. In the caption, they were like, refer to me as
Yeah, they
Alice,
even tell people.
Tinkerbell, Ariel, refer to me.
I guess it's
Talk to
all
me.
about keeping the
Because
magic
they're not
alive.
allowed to say this is a character I play. It's refer to these.
Okay, I'm really
characters.
enjoying this conversation. I have more Disney trivia. Did you know at the Disney, I'm not a Disney at all, at the Disneyland parks, they have formulated a special color.
Go away, green.
Yes.
I'm not dumb. We all know
How
this.
fascinating. So they paint the trash cans and all that stuff
All the
in
buildings.
this go away
Yeah.
green because it's a special green that they designed to be the least eye-catching color that they could
You know what they
find.
did? They looked at one of their babies' nappies and
Yeah.
went, that is the
Go
ugliest
away.
green I've ever fucking seen, and said, let's paint buildings in our theme park diarrhea shit green.
That's what happened.
And they did it, and now it works because no one wants to look at diarrhea. Isn't that fucking restaurant there that takes like there's a restaurant that's like so exclusive you need to be on a reservation list for
There's
like 5
lots
years.
of restaurants, like the Pirates of the Caribbean restaurant, where it's like in the ride.
Well, I went through the Pirates ride, and it is
Love
really
that
cool because
ride.
you go through, and then there's just all these people eating under like stars.
Yeah, it
and
looks like they're outside
Yeah.
at nighttime. It's daytime, and you're inside.
It is kind of odd though to think that you're just sitting there eating, and the spectacle is on a boat looking at you as you like they're on a ride and you're having dinner, and they're just as they walk past. I never went on. We went to Disneyland when I was a kid, and my dad was like, "You can go on anything you want except for what's that? It's a Small World." He's like, "You're not going on It's a Small
It's
World."
boring.
It's a small world. He said it. He's like, I went on that, and it's like, it's the fucking worst thing. Trust me. But I was scared of roller coasters, so I didn't go on anything.
Yeah, same.
Wait, you didn't go on the Indiana Jones ride?
I did, and I cried my eyes out.
Oh, you did? Oh,
that
how
ride's
embarrassing.
awesome.
I got
That
pushed
ride is
onto it by my
You've been to
parents.
Disneyland? Guys, let's go to Disneyland.
I'd be so keen. I would love to go to LA with
Gamer
all of us.
subs, can you send us to Disneyland?
Hey, speaking.
Is it too early
Hey,
to ask for
speaking-
Before
that?
Harrison Ford dies.
Speaking of Gamer Subs, if you want 10% off your Gamer Subs order, a very, very delicious drink supplement for soft drink, supplement for bad food because it's got some caffeine, it'll suppress that appetite, drink it up. It's
Is
really
it 10% off? Or
10% off.
It is 10% off.
No, the free shipping's done, so it's 10% off.
Cool.
Use our link in the description below. We get a percentage of those profits, and more importantly, we're fucking obsessed with the drink, and they love
More
us.
importantly, the best flavor is Sakura Splash.
It's not.
I cannot.
It's not the best flavor.
I-
Raw meat's the best
I
flavor.
cannot stress enough how obsessed Emily is with.
I've nearly gone through a whole
Subs.
jar.
You know what?
Luckily,
Can you-
but do you know what? It mustn't be too highly caffeinated because I have 3 scoops a day and I am sensitive to caffeine. I'm thinking
Emily, that's a
once-
shot of coffee each scoop. It's 100 milligrams of coffee. You're just having.
I feel really calm afterwards.
Yeah, because you got fucking ADHD, bro.
Yeah.
But also, if you want more Sakura Splash, instead of taking the cracker milk pot,
You want me to order it
No,
myself?
no, no. Are you out of your mind? You don't need to order it. Look down the fucking barrel of the lens and ask Gamer Subs right now for Sakura Splash. And
Gamer
by
Subs.
next week, by the time we record the next one,
Yeah.
you'll be holding a new fucking thing.
Gamer Subs, can I please have 2 more Sakura Splash? Because I just finished
more?
it.
Just ask for one!
No, 2. Do you know what?
No, not 2!
Maybe I'm so cute and nice. They'll like me. Maybe 1 normal one and 1 caffeine-free. Actually, you have a caffeine-free one in your cupboard that I haven't tried yet. I could just try that. I'll leave it here. I'll just try a little
Try
bit.
it. No, you'll scoop half of it out in a bag. You take all my fun stuff. No. You get
Do you know
one.
what? I will bring back my empty container of Sakura Splash so you still have it on the shelf to display because eventually we're going to do up a nice little
But
setup
what
in
if
the
I
back
want to?
here.
What if I want to have Sakura Splash?
Oh, no, it's mine. You
Fair, okay.
can have the jar so that it can still be advertised, but I will eat all that one. Do you know what? I am so classic ADHD. I'm hyper focused on this one. I will drink it till I cannot stand the sight of it anymore, and it doesn't give me any dopamine, and then I will switch to another flavor. But right now, I'm knee deep in that baby. I'm knee deep in that bad boy.
I want to say what's happening to Emily doesn't necessarily happen to everyone that has Gamer Subs. You can just have a normal, healthy relationship with it. Use code CrackMilk for 10% off your order. Thank you. Now,
We do
guys,
appreciate it.
the Olympics is over. Australia did very well in most events. We actually cleaned up. We have like some
we did
ridiculous,
great.
disproportionate representation in the Olympics because our population
Well,
is
we finally
tiny.
had more women than we've ever had this year
Yeah.
across the Olympics in
Speaking
general.
of women
and
athletes,
that's awesome.
the breakdancing has become what we're known for, which is fantastic that we came dead fucking last in an event and everyone's stoked on it. And of course,
I mean, it's made some really great moves.
yeah, and look, I tell you what, very funny, very entertaining.
Connor's
Not
got
an
to be in his
athlete,
bonnet about this.
Not an athlete, not an Olympian. Got in because her husband ran a fucking committee and put her in.
Allegedly.
And then everyone was saying this is actually the best we got. I was talking to Amy, Goog's partner, and she was saying this is the best we got. Ain't no fucking way. She went there and then got on camera and admitted I was never going to win against them, so I decided to fuck around. She wrote a PhD on breakdancing. All of this was a free ride to say she's an Olympic fucking breakdancer, and then gets a 0 by the judges, all of them. We come dead last. And now the whole country's fucking obsessed with her. We got real goddamn athletes winning shit. She's flopping on the fucking ground like a goddamn dickhead. I want real breakdancing. I can break.
I do
You can break.
wonder.
Not dance, but you can.
Mentally break.
Yeah.
I mean, I am no expert in breaking, okay? I don't have roots in breaking, so I feel like I cannot judge her performance. But the fact that the people who are experts in breaking gave her a 0 makes me think maybe we could have had a bit of an open call. We could have had a call out.
People say this, and I think this is fair. They go, you know, she went up there and gave it a go. That's the Australian spirit. What I think is, you know, there's probably a fucking human being out there that's not married to someone on a dancing committee that selects people for the Olympics. That's a really good break dancer that probably could even come dead last comparative to the rest of the world, but still probably would get a score, like a number value
Connor,
for their dance.
Then we wouldn't have the memes.
Yeah, we wouldn't have the memes and her responding to the haters saying they're sexist and saying they're pigs. And great, now this person is going to represent dancing in our country. And I think that's really good. You know who I think should represent dancing in our country? Bob Irwin.
Oh, do you know what? I'm actually really keen for LA Olympics. I feel like it's going to be so ham.
How are we going to follow up that? I keep saying that. Like,
Yeah.
How? Yeah.
You have Paris, LA,
And
and
LA.
then our shithole Brisbane.
No, they're going to make it nice, and we have beaches. I don't know.
Well, who's going to come out?
Pretty far away.
Everyone's going to be like, we did the LA one, like all the celebrities.
Yeah,
we've got-
LA will be a
Yeah.
massive, massive year. And then
We'll open for the Brisbane
I think war
Olympics.
will break out.
I'd kill myself.
Imagine if we're Brisbane
We'll
icons
sing
by
Nikki
then.
Webster's Strawberry Kisses. We'll bring it back.
Imagine if we're Brisbane icons by 2032 and we are opening the fucking Olympics. We're all running with our hand on the torch each. running
I hope it's the torch comes over and you see a bogan hold his Gatorade bong up
Oh,
and takes
yeah.
the torch.
I hope
just be
Elias.
gamers ups.
I hope Elias lights the torch by farting a lighter. Yeah, and then lights
That's
it
a
on fire.
torch.
Now that's a torch.
And they're like, oh, Brisbane accent.
So, with that in mind, the Olympics in 2032, what are you going to participate in? Because we've got time now to train. So, what's going to be your sport?
We did this last week.
Hold on.
Are you serious?
Watch the podcast.
No, I didn't.
But we're just gonna
Paralympics
cover it
running
all.
would be my answer.
Oh, right. Yeah, we got to cover it wrong. I don't know if I brought this up. I am currently doing a 100-day exercise challenge.
I didn't know. Oh, yeah, I did know that. You're competing with, not competing, but
But I'm
you've got
doing
like
it
a
with, so I'm doing
challenge.
it with James, Marty, Michael, Matt Brown.
How's that going? Have you lost any money yet?
Doing it with a couple of people, no. So doing it with like 6 people, all the Marty and Michael gang and their friends. They are they always are incredible shape. So when they're like, I feel like a fat piece of shit, I'm working hard and I'm here with my fucking gut. I'm skinny fat with love handles, insecure about my fucking weight, buy size 30 pants, 1 week they fit me, 1 week they don't. The
Welcome to
cycle.
being a girl, babe.
Yeah, great. I'm so glad. So I'm doing the challenge and I have done this is my 26th day. So I'm
How are you feeling?
Fine. Quarter of the way through.
Okay.
Oh, it's good. Like it's good.
Dead on the inside.
It's good. For everyone that's not aware, I'm doing a challenge where I have to work out, like I have to do heavy exercise for 30 minutes every day. There's 1 day a week.
And if you don't,
and
what
if
happens?
I don't, I owe everyone else in the group $800. So each. So you end up paying
Literally,
with the
you
group.
can't
It's
afford to not work out.
$4,000 you end up paying out to everyone.
For 1 day of
I don't
this
have
exercise.
that money to pay. Cracker Milk will go under,
out a loan.
and
Yeah.
we will fail if I have to pay that money.
And I asked Connor, how do they know if you've exercised or not? Because me immediately looking for a
cheats.
cheat.
Yeah.
And
Well, so the rules are you got to take a photo when you go into the gym. You got to take a photo when you leave the gym. You got to, if you are sick, you have to have a medical certificate.
Oh my god.
You have to provide a fucking medical certificate to your mates.
Yeah.
And
Because you
if
can still like walk or do some light weights. I
Yeah.
guess,
So
if
what
you've
you can
got-
do 1 day a week can be light exercise.
Okay.
So you address that, and then the other thing is now the rule is if you miss your photo, so because often people will take a photo of going in, and then we always forget to take a photo leaving.
Yeah.
But because they're fuckers, they're like, if you miss a photo, it's $50 to everyone. So now if you miss a photo, it's $250. So there's a lot of money to lose and a lot of money to make. But the thing is, and this is the
Oh, yeah,
benefit,
have you made money
no
for
one's
anyone?
made or lost any money because everyone's in it for the right reasons, which is to exercise. So we're all just there to help each other, and it's been fucking good. I'm just trying to lose weight now. Like I don't like being on camera and feeling insecure. It's gross.
Oh, I can definitely tell that, like, as you look at yourself, when my weight has fluctuated, like there are some where I look much puffier and heavier,
Yeah.
and then I can tell when I do a musical theatre show at the end of
Yeah,
the year
'cause
called
you're-
Naughty Christmas, and
you always go
I've
hard for
started
that.
shredding for that now, and I can tell when it's like December, 'cause I'm like, oh, you're looking a bit skinny there. Good
Yeah,
job.
I'm going to try very hard,
Oh,
but it's
I've
good.
been so lazy this year. I feel like I've just like this is crunch time for me now. Like I need to
Yeah, you
start.
gotta get sexy.
Whoa, I'm sexy now, but when you're, phew.
I was laughing at your response. not
Okay,
the
great.
fucking-
No, but when you have to be in like a skimpy little outfit and dancing and singing on stage at the same time, you do want to feel in peak condition, and I just can't stop. What's it called?
Eating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaming subs helps. I should stop
It
saying
actually
that. I should really
Don't
stop
say
saying
that.
suppresses your appetite.
Don't. I mean, caffeine suppresses your appetite, but that's not what it's for.
Oh, that's what it's for me. But yeah, life is good. We're all here.
I need to jump back on the bandwagon.
Yeah,
Hang
let's do a crack milk hangout day where we do a little workout together, like bouldering or something.
No, workout has to be.
What about like go-karting or something? That's a fun workout.
That's not working
breakdancing's an Olympic sport,
Gaming.
so
We should do gaming.
No, guys, exercise.
Yeah, that's
I
exercise.
just want to
Mental
go bouldering.
exercise.
I'll
we
go
could
bouldering.
we could
Yeah, we've been saying this for ages.
Ages, yeah, I'd be so keen.
We
to
could
go
try.
and like be the loser I make fun of every day.
we could drink lots of coffee and then just do heavy weights in the garage.
Your bones will
I
break.
mean,
No, that's fun.
I take pre-workout and then do heavy weights, so I
Yeah,
could get
it's
around
I
that.
take coffee and do weights. Why you?
I take weights and do coffee.
We should do a thing where we have to try each other's exercises. Like I'll do one of your weight sessions, then you guys come to one of my gym classes.
I reckon yours will be so cardio heavy.
But my gym is all about lifting heavy on a high heart rate. So you do a little bit, you do like a lot of cardio, and then the
then
next
you
track
lift heavy.
immediately is like put the bar on your back and squat, bitch. And
Well,
you're like,
I do like 40-minute sets. I think I'm not in there long enough, but I'm only been there for like 40 minutes.
I'm only
45
in there for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
After going to my gym for, I want to say after 3 years, I noticed a difference in my body composition, but it takes a long time. But like genuinely noticed a really cool change after 3 consistent years. Oh, not super consistent, but yeah, interesting.
I've just changed my diet because I was getting absolutely written off, stoned, and then buying sour Skittles. And you know what?
Yeah. Do you know what your next challenge should be? And I do it with you, but I don't know if I'd survive.
One of the fucking guys wants to do this challenge all year. And I'm like,
No.
dude, I can't fucking afford that.
Yeah, because you'll give up.
I cannot afford
No,
that.
I challenge that I would love to do, but also I'm scared to and I don't want to do it, is no sugar, apart from fruit. Like
I've done that
natural
I've done that for a month.
I have done it before for 8 months. And I looked incredible. I was glowing. And my ex-husband was incredibly health conscious. And I was at a time in my life where I was really open to the idea and already not eating that much sugar. Now I'm just like, I use it as a crutch. I'm super addicted.
I don't give a fuck about sugar until I'm fucking stoned as shit. And then I want to fucking stuff. And then I want to stuff my face.
Okay,
so now
but
I've stopped that.
when I
Now
tell
what I
you-
have is whole grain Vita wheat crackers as my snack.
Okay, that's
I had
great.
6 of them last night. No calories, no carbs, feeling good. Went to bed. You know what?
Some calories, some carbs.
Wanted an ice cream. Wanted a Maxi Bon.
Yeah.
You know what? I had a green apple.
You should buy
Why don't
a
you?
big bottle of gum, genuinely.
And you've told me that.
Literally, in the first 7 months of working out, my only sugar was from gum.
Really?
Yeah, and it was.
I don't need a lot
Just
of.
be careful.
it-
You can get a lot of gas that way because you're swallowing a lot of air.
I genuinely don't eat a lot of sugar. And like that's the only
Well, that's
time.
my problem. As soon as I quit sugar, like if I do like a few weeks without sugar, I lose like 5 kilos. But when I did it for 8 months, my taste buds changed.
Yeah, your
Things
sweetness,
started
yeah.
to taste sweet that weren't sweet before. So I'm gluten free now, but I used to eat oats, like plain oats with a bit of honey for breakfast in the morning. Plain oats now tasted sweet. And then one day I was at a birthday party and a friend had made the birthday cake herself and she went, Em, I know you're doing no sugar, but you have to try it. Like I made it
That
myself.
would've
It's
been
so
insanely
good.
Sweet.
Oh, well, I felt like I had poured sugar into my mouth because I went, of course, whatever. By this point, I was like, I'm doing great. I'll just have a
Yeah.
bite of this. The next day,
Yeah.
sugar craving.
It's a drug.
So, but that's why I feel like you can't cut it out forever because
Can you shut the fuck up?
It's
It's so
impossible.
annoying.
I cut out soda. I think that's like the best thing.
Dude, yeah.
Oh,
and it's like
yeah,
nectar.
don't-
When you have soda again after not having it for ages, it
it
tastes
tastes
like
too
syrup.
sweet. I
Yeah.
don't like soft drink unless it's Diet Coke.
The Canadian Olympians were sipping maple syrup in between their events.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I don't know what the event was, but it was something with
Well,
sugar.
do you know what? A bit of sugar and a bit of carbs right before you go do something makes
good.
sense. Sometimes in the morning before the gym, if it's too, it's because I like to have a little something in my tummy. Otherwise, I feel like I've got no fuel to exercise. So sometimes I just have a teaspoon. Yeah, that too. I have a teaspoon of peanut butter and a teaspoon of honey.
Yeah. Peanut butter is so good because of all the carbs and fat in it.
Coming.
Yeah.
It's got a coming-like texture.
And then I got the
I don't think
Peanut
you,
butter.
working
The
out.
chunky- the chunky one does. The chunky one does.
Guys,
Yeah,
guys,
for
guys.
sure.
What I'm trying to say is the crunchy peanut
Yeah,
butter
yeah.
has like a coming texture.
Yeah, has a very cummy texture, the crunchy one.
And
Yeah.
color?
Yeah, it's identical almost.
I think you're
Mine's a little
you're coming
darker.
Shit.
Cum blood.
Come shit.
Cum blood. Cum blood.
Blood
Cum-
clots.
Filthy mud blood.
Oh.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy to me? What's crazy to me is I think about this. Elias has been with 2 different women who have coughed up blood.
Are you serious? He's looking at you like he doesn't agree.
Dumpies.
He's confused.
That one scares
Isn't that
me.
fucking
Coughing up
crazy,
blood
dude?
seems like an extreme thing to
Well,
happen.
now I'm not going to bring up the second one, but like I don't want to go there. It was that was another person. But the first one is phenomenal, Dumpies, which we won't say the real name of, but Dumpies is just one of the greatest people ever. When Elias went through his hippie phase, I went through we're both pretty hippie in other ways, but you went through a stronger hippie phase than me, and you met this girl. She was very, very pretty, but very like. The world is everything is just a beautiful field and let's just all get naked and do snow angels and fucking. Anyway, she like
Sounds fun.
rich parents lived with their parents and shit, and like had no responsibility and was wild. Came over once to my place and smoked backy bongs in my lounge room
What's
the first
that?
time. She stuffed a bong full of tobacco and smoked it, and it was just fucking.
Why not just don't smoke?
Dude, it was fucking disgusting. Anyway, she
really
would
bad
she
for
would
your skin.
smoke tobacco and would carry around tobacco to smoke. And the whole story, I've told this before, is one day she was hanging out with Elias, and she goes,
This is our first date.
was that your first date?
I like
You
what you
continue to
thought.
date her.
Do
Elias
you
is
want me
such
to,
a
like,
huge
Go on,
spark.
go
Yeah.
on, please.
So it was a first day. This is like 5 years ago or something like that. And having a good time. It's nice. We're driving around, and she was like, "Oh, do you want to get some dumpies?" And I was like,
Dumpy.
me thinking, I was like, "What? I don't know what dumpies is. Does she mean like
Dumplings?
diving for food?"
And you're like, I'm
And I was
on
like,
board.
and I was like, I guess like I can see that's kind of cool. Like it's
That's
you're
Good for the
Same.
environment.
it's good for there's
If
a
you
lot of
cook
good
the
stuff
meat
that
hot
gets
enough-
thrown away and stuff.
Listeners,
And
this was his hippie phase,
That,
okay?
that's
Okay, that's fine,
insane
that
thinking
checks
to
out.
be like first day. And you're
Second
like,
most
oh,
insane
eating
thing.
trash is cool.
No,
no,
he
because
didn't
I was
wash
like,
his. He bought plastic plates instead of washing up.
paper plates, thank you.
He bought paper.
Recycle.
Was that the
Paper
same
plates.
era?
Do you know what?
Insane.
Connor,
Paper
he
plates.
identified a weakness, and that weakness was washing up, and he thought of a way to solve it, to still keep his house clean, and that is to recycle everything that
You,
he
da-
uses.
you date a man. You date a man. You move in with him.
No, not if he's recycling his
That's
plates.
fucking
That was
nice.
a long time ago.
Yeah, so you're in a relationship during that. That's what shocks me the most.
Yeah, and I was the only one that did the washing up,
As
Were
in,
you really?
You're the only one that put the plates
Were you
in
the
bin.
only one doing the washing up?
pretty much. Yeah.
I can't
So
believe.
you got paper plates.
So you didn't have to do the washing up anymore.
Communicating with
Fuck.
him.
Yeah,
no,
did
no,
you
no,
talk to
no.
him?
Yeah, no. It was with. I've talked to you about this.
Oh, that's
off
right. No,
screen.
She would. That's
like-
right, because she
yeah.
would chuck a tantrum over the dishes. Like she would lose her. She was an angry.
Then why
nasty
didn't she
woman.
do the dishes?
She would chuck a tantrum if she had to do them. She'd chuck a tantrum like I fucking
Get like.
Yeah, she sounds
Furious,
really
like,
great.
white-knuckle kind
She
of,
punch
like-
a wall.
Did she have like parents that
Probably.
did everything? Like, how do you get to that point?
meth.
That's when you leave. You know what? We don't know these things when we're young. We just stick around and hope that it gets better. And it
Anyway,
doesn't.
back to the dumpies story. So driving around, I'm like, oh, what are dumpies? Is like dumpster diving for food. I was like, yeah, that's kind of like, there's a lot of good food that gets thrown out.
I mean, as someone who worked at Woolworths, yes, I agree. A lot of stuff
Yeah.
does get
I was
written
like,
off.
I can see this is like kind of okay. We'll see where it goes. And then I was like, you know what?
First date
And then I
dumpster
asked her, I was like, what is dumpies? What are they?
Yeah,
She's like,
now you ask me.
Yeah, now I asked her. And she's like, when like people are smoking cigarettes and they don't finish it and they like throw it on the ground and there's like a little bit of tobacco left in the cigarette.
So like a homeless person just go around picking up all those. That's
Yes.
what she
And
wanted
And then
to
she would
do.
get the tobacco out of that and then use that as spin
To
for
smoke
her-
bongs.
to like with weed and just like
Smoking bongs, and it's such a fucking Australian thing.
I'm speechless.
It's such an Australian
bro.
thing.
I was like, no, I'm good. I did
She
not.
was nuts though.
That
Like,
was
'cause
fucking
the thing
wild.
that
And you saw her again?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the stories are nuts. Like she had a story about like just
Pussy
fucking.
was too good.
So he had a story about she just fucks off for 2 weeks on a bender.
It was 3 days.
3 days, sorry.
A dumpy bender?
She fucks off for 3 days on a bender. Doesn't tell her family who she lives with.
Doesn't tell work.
Doesn't tell anyone what's
Doesn't
going
tell
on.
any-
And then
like,
just
literally no one.
rocks up home and is like, oh hey, I'm back. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? We thought you were dead.
There was a missing persons report.
Oh my god. I think
Because
the story
she
that you told me about how she wanted to meditate, so she went onto a train track and sat in between 2 train tracks.
It was like underneath the train. It was like the bridge that goes over. It was like
So not on
underneath,
the
not
track.
on the train track.
Still
but
enough to go.
Yeah. With
so,
like
so could
hair
she
that's
be
like-
so she could the train see her?
if she popped her head up, yeah, which she did, and then popped her head back down, and then like rested on the side of the train that was going on.
Do you have to trespass to get there?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, then no.
Yeah, you think you need a PC
If it's like a
Yeah.
normal safe
okay.
bridge, there would,
It's
it wouldn't
not
be
a
dangerous.
normal-
Yeah,
it
it sounds
was
like
like
okay,
trespassing.
so it was dangerous. Yeah, that's fucked up. Because I remember she didn't understand why that was wrong.
And the train beeped at her, honked at her.
Oh,
my
that
God,
means they
dude.
thought someone
I
was
feel
gonna
so
die.
bad
Yeah.
for train
Yeah.
drivers
That-
because they would
they'd be
killing
dealing
people
with
every
shit
year.
all the time.
My anxiety when I was in here was so high, like, because I thought she was on the brink of fucking death all the fucking time, and like,
She probably
oh my
likes
god,
people thinking that.
yeah,
Probably
it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, she coughed up blood once.
Yeah, because she smoked fucking
She
bong.
was smoking so much, and I was like, that's fucking
Smoking
wild.
tobacco, dude. Like, just
Yeah.
huffing bongs of tobacco. Like, Jesus Christ. Can't imagine what happened when vapes came out. That was pre-vape.
Oh, she would have been looking for
God, man.
cardies, doing cardies, looking for empty
No, the
cartridges.
vape people are different. They accept their defeat quick. Vape people aren't
I saw a
sucking the
video
juice
the
out of
other
one
day of a girl on the beach with her friend and a vape, and they're looking at it and screaming because they realised it says on the back, one vape is 12 packets of
Yeah,
cigarettes.
no shit it is.
But
No
they didn't
fucking
realise.
shit.
It's like, no, of course it is.
Dude, it's
like a whole-
concentrated nicotine. And in Australia, I don't know about, I don't think they have them in America, but in Australia, those disposable vapes is a very Australian epidemic. Those colourful disposable ones. In America, I think they're different. And like they had the
Refillable.
jewels and stuff, like the thinner ones that got banned, and then they have like their vapes are a bit, and they have a lot of weed pens. I know they have like vape pens.
Dry herb vapes.
Yeah. Whereas here, it's the
But-
fucking disposable nicotine ones that are like poison. Like,
But also cigarettes are cheap as fuck in America. So if
like
you're gonna,
cheaper, they've gone up as well. They've been taxed.
there's no way they'd be near what.
Oh no, we're paying like $60 for a fucking pack of ciggies here. I don't smoke. I bought one pack of ciggies in my life, smoked half a cigarette, and went, I don't know why I did this, and then gave them away and was like, I fucking hate smoking.
Cigarettes are to be
gross.
bummed. They're never bought.
I just don't smoke.
Yeah.
I can't
I
bum
tried
diaries.
one at a party once, tasted disgusting, then I read that it's bad for your skin elasticity, and I never looked at them again.
It made me throw up. I had a cigarette and I threw up, but I also had a cigar and I threw up. I'm just not good with tobacco.
Cigars are awesome.
Smidge is the
Cigars are
cutest
good.
thing ever.
I love
She
pipes
has
as well.
snuggled under my
For my
jumper here.
brother's 18th, we all sat around and had cigars. It was very good.
You had a tobacco bite phase.
Still have it.
My dad has a pipe.
Still has the face.
So I thought you said
pretty
just talking
cute.
about.
I have a pipe. My great grandfather's tobacco pipe. It's beautiful.
I got
So-
my grandfather's pipe as well. It's like
Actually,
mini.
guys-
It's so cool.
Stop copying me.
Father's Day is coming up for Australians in like 2 weeks, and I need ideas for my dad and also for my partner who is a dad. And
Guess
I'm
what?
like completely lost.
What did you say is a pipe smoker?
My dad, well, he more does cigars now, but I buy him cigars all the time.
Maybe some
I don't
Billabong
love
board
buying him
shorts.
things that are really bad for him. Some Billabong shorts.
Some
Yeah.
Billabong board shorts.
Yeah,
I actually
yeah.
saw this great product where it's a remote control device like this, and it has a flashlight that pulsates like
Oh,
this.
that could be good for
And
your
you
father.
control the pulse
my
and the
father.
lift. So
It's
just like a game.
And you chuck your phone up there. So if he's into Candy Crush, like most old men.
Have you considered maybe some? Is this for your father?
All for my partner, either or. I'm taking ideas for both.
So I think for your father,
Yeah.
some Billabong board shorts.
Yeah.
Maybe
Billabong thongs.
Some Billabong thongs. Could be
Barbecue
good.
scraper.
Oh, barbecue scraper. That's very
Actually,
Australian.
barbecue stuff is not bad.
Yeah, get him some sausages. Maybe get your father a 24 pack of Coles sausages. And for your partner,
Yeah.
have you considered giving him something to calm the fuck down when he's sick?
What about you get him a prop pirate gun?
Nah, that's a
very
Nah,
specific.
it's a dumb
That's
But he
fucking
likes
a wise
pirates.
thing.
stupid fucking present. No
I reckon he
idiot would love
secretly
that.
wants to be a pirate.
Maybe I think he just really enjoys dressing up. Maybe I'll just buy him a costume.
Maybe just let him be in some Cracker Milk videos for his gift. He'd love that.
He actually probably would.
He would. He loves us. The look on your
He
face when he
loves
was
you
around
guys.
us and he made fuck jokes and was like, I've never heard you talk like this.
I know. You think your partner's one thing, and then you bring them around the Cracker Milk team, and they turn into
We do make people.
They
The thing
They
is,
devolve.
everyone
does.
regresses.
regresses. Yeah, he
when-
does. I saw his
There
little
you go.
lizard male brain just pop right out to the frontal lobe.
It's got nothing to do with male
and
brain.
wake up.
We're worse than that.
I
We're
don't know.
pathetic.
Is it the cloud of testosterone who just starts going?
Well, you find Stiffy and Boom Boom funny.
Yeah,
That's a Cracker Milk
Sorry,
issue.
that's-
That's like a sickness.
that's
It's the best.
It's not. Stiffy
the
and Boom
fucking
Boom.
That's a
Colin,
classic
most
Elias one-liner, and it's the best. Is that going on a shirt?
No, Stiffy and Boom Boom's not going in a shirt.
I can put some boom boom on a shirt for you if you like.
And some stiffy.
I would love it, Elias. I might get you a shirt that just reads, "I've got a big stiffy."
It's an arrow. So
If it
I'm with
doesn't
Stiffy.
I'm with
have
stiffy.
stiffy and boom boom.
I just like a shirt that says, "I've got a big stiffy." The most like stupid phrase.
I'm with Stiffy, and then I'm with boom boom.
What about erectile function with an arrow? Not erectile dysfunction. You have erectile.
Erectile function. Yeah, I suffer from erectile function. I get healthy erections.
My foot is in the way, so there you go.
Damn it, Emily. Get your feet out of the bloody way.
Smidge is so comfortable right now.
Yeah, she's cute.
I would throw that ball like a pigskin if I could. I would toss her like an American football through the air.
I was going to say, she's not a ball.
Chuck the pig
Land a
skin.
perfect spiral with that dog. Pick her up and throw her through the air like a perfect spiral. Pest control guy came in the other day. Said, "Is a dog
Are you
safe?"
up to
And he
code?
went, yeah, it's dog safe. All the stuff I'm using.
She pest.
Do they like to lick though? Are they gonna lick? That might be a problem. Do dogs like to fucking lick? Yeah.
Connor also has frogs, and he said, "Are my frogs gonna be okay?" And he goes, "Yeah, as long as you don't have fish."
Frogs are basically fish.
Wait, you actually had a pest control guy come in? What for?
What the fuck do you think for, Emily?
Oh, sorry. For Elias.
Yeah.
Yes. God, and his butt fleas.
I have to take all my clothes off, put my arms up,
you
and then
have,
spin around while he just goes.
The land just does it.
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah,
just
yeah,
I have
okay.
to spread open my cheeks as well, so it gets deep up in there.
Mate,
Yeah.
you don't
Get
have
all
to
the-
spread it.
I got a lot of worms and pests
You go
up
like
there,
this,
okay?
and you're full starfish open.
When you when
Just
you're
slightly bent.
when you're cooking and peeling veggies, do you put all the scraps up your ass because you've got so many worms up there for a compost?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
It
it's
makes the
healthy.
it makes the best
Fertilizer.
fertilizer.
But you say fertilizer and then just shit.
Sorry.
Yeah, just shits it
It's
out.
still
Just shits it
fertilizer.
out. Well,
Elias comes up to me sometimes at work and goes, "Look, Earthworm Jim," and he holds a little worm in his finger.
that is fucked up. Laugh so hard, man.
I miss Tamara.
Oh my god, how fucking
Whoa.
rude! Goof's right next to you. You miss Tamara.
What the fuck?
I don't miss Tamara. I don't. Yeah, I like that. It's not a
No,
shrill, annoying, nasally
I
voice.
just love her so much. I love her so much, and she's a girl, and I like girls. And
Don't be so shitty that you're here and it's all boys today.
excuse me, I'm having the best time. Elias
Yeah,
is my best
clearly you're
friend.
having the best
All the
time.
girls are on that one couch.
So, how many people have mistaken you for Pedro Pascal since you've been blonde, or has it been none now?
How many times have you told your
0.
girlfriend about your Anthony car?
Or the glass.
You haven't discussed
0.
that? Fiberglass? You discussed that?
No, take that one to the grave.
What about the car, the quality of the car? Have you discussed that?
Yeah.
She's,
I have.
Yeah. First time.
she would have seen that.
Did she go, "Oh, it's a bit shit"?
No, I explained it to her before she got it.
You can get away with it. It doesn't
Does she
feel
have a
shit
car?
from it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
She's a whole adult.
Oh.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I know. It's great. It's great.
So crazy.
Have you told her about your interests, the things you like to do? Have you told her you like to play MMOs? You got to be honest. Have you told her about you love Lord of the Rings Warhammer?
Yeah.
Did you show her?
Yeah, I did.
Does she like
I
Lord
talked,
of the
I
Rings?
talked, I
Yeah,
talked
how
about
did
it
she
for like
react?
about half an hour on the first day,
Oh,
and she was
that's cute.
into it.
Yeah, because
She was
she.
like,
She's the skit we're trying to make, which is I will jump your bones, so whatever you say is great.
If
I
you
just
like,
find
if you're like pretty into a guy, you'll let him talk for whatever he wants. For a while.
What weird hobby is she into?
crochet.
That's not weird.
Oh,
that's nice.
cute.
It's a cool hobby.
Nah, it's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Why is
That's
that weird?
I didn't think weird. I just thought
Well,
hobby.
You know.
What does she
I don't-
crochet?
Is she shit at it? Is she bad at
You
it?
spoke 30 minutes about minis. What did she talk about for 30 minutes?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
I was just thinking about models the whole time.
That doesn't shock me.
Actually, I didn't ask.
I
her
can
a single
imagine you
question.
ranting about models and her going, "Oh yeah, cool. I like doing this," and she talks for 20 minutes.
Oh,
and you
yeah,
go, "Yeah," and the Sauron model I'm painting, and you just can't let it go.
I remember the first date that I had
Yeah.
after getting divorced.
Yeah.
The first proper date. I had no dating etiquette, and I trauma dumped on this man for like half an hour about my ex-husband.
Did you sleep with him?
No.
He ran away. He was like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went, what did I do wrong? I looked so
A
good.
girl walked up to me.
Apparently it counts what you say as well.
A girl I once hooked up with, before I hooked up with her, came in and then detailed how she had to get an abortion
Oh,
late
Oh,
the
you
year
can just
before.
nut
And I
it.
was like, and it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable.
that's not really first date chat.
It wasn't first date.
I've
It
also
was just like a hookup.
had a date where someone spoke about their ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I took him to the
Museum, dude. What the fuck's with you and this fucking museum shit? You know about this? Have we spoken about
Does he
this?
take everyone to the museum?
When he's done with he takes him on dates only in South Bank because he needed an escape plan. And when he was done with them, he would go to the museum with them, make him look at an exhibit, and then physically run away.
Are you
Not
serious?
run, just walk.
Just leave.
He would leave.
Why
It
didn't you
started
just
because
say,
there was
I
a
don't want to
girl-
be
Oh,
here
you look at
anymore?
this.
Bye.
Look at this
It
painting.
started-
I'll look at this painting.
It started
over
with
here.
this girl that I'm not a very sexual person, and it started off way too sexual. And I was like, and I was like, that I'm not very comfortable with that stuff, blah, blah. And she just kept pushing and pushing, and I
Okay,
felt
I'd abandoned
super
her at a
uncomfortable.
museum too.
And then I was like, okay, and she was
You're
no,
so
let's keep
quick to
hanging
sway.
out and like touching and stuff. I'm like, I'm still not very comfortable. So I just went.
Ease into that,
I
yeah.
went to. We were like, I don't know what to do. So I went, let's go to the museum. And then I was in there, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah, go.
Why am I
You
wasting
can
my
just
fucking
leave.
time? And I left. And then I went on another date with a girl who was the exact same, and I went,
Let's go to the museum. I had a mate. This is like this. He's not a mate anymore, so I don't even feel bad. But this is the most pathetic thing I've heard a man do to a woman. He goes on a date. As he's on this date in a bar, he's messaging us. He goes, boys, I think I've been catfished a little bit. This girl's rocked up to the date, and he's like, boys, she's really unattractive. I do not find this person attractive. She's really, really gross. And then she's sitting down. They're like chatting, and it hurts thinking about it. And he goes, let's get some drinks. And he goes up to the bar and he's just doing it to talk to us. He's like, I do not want to be here. This person is so gross. And apparently she was really nice. She was just unattractive. He's like, I definitely don't want to sleep with her. This is so gross. What do I do? And be like,
She's not worth
why
anything
don't you
if I
just
can't fuck
fucking,
her.
yeah, literally, why don't you just tell her you're not feeling it and leave?
Yeah, leave. She would appreciate having a night
messaged
back.
me and he was like, I told her I'm ordering drinks. I'm running away. And he's messaging me. He's like, I've just run away. I'm leaving. Oh my God. And as he ran away from the fucking place, he removed and blocked her. So he literally sat her down, said, I'm going to go get us drinks. And
small dick energy.
then was like, I don't know what to do. So he abandons this woman at the start of her date without telling her and then blocks her. That's fucking insane. Dude, just tell her
tell
you're
her.
done. If you don't want to see her again, what's the
That's
problem?
so-
I've said to a guy
Cowardly.
once, 10 minutes into the date, hey, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And he went, oh. And I went, yeah, look, I think it's easy to tell pretty quickly whether or not there's any chemistry, and I have no interest in seeing anything further with you. Thanks
smell
for
like-
being so lovely,
you smell
and
like dick cheese.
let's just enjoy
you
the rest of
smell
our night. You go do what you want, and I'll go do what I want. And thanks for having me, but yeah, it's just not for me.
But what
and he
I
was
want to
like,
do is
thanks
stalk
for telling
you.
me.
I just want to stalk you all night, so can I do that?
Oh, plenty of those.
Yeah,
my
it's-
Instagram DMs right now. Oh, should I find some good ones while
Go
you
for it.
talk?
I don't care. My Instagram DMs are just Chris, the guy who plays dad, sending me videos of people with disabilities laughing at them.
yeah.
That's all he does. Every fucking video. It's just some poor guy with some ailment.
I get
Trying to live.
DMs from people because I did a video on my own YouTube channel about Andrew Tate before Andrew Tate was popular, and some of his friends followed me. His really popular buddies and his brother, and messaged me and said, "Hey, we actually like that video." I went, "Oh, Andrew Tate, that sounds pretty good." This was before they.
Yeah,
I was like, "They seem like they know that they're making fun of themselves." And
No.
turns out they're not. But
turns out they're
he
not.
follows me, and now they're like millions of followers, and I get followed by random motherfuckers, and they'll message me and be like, "Hey man, can you reach out to Tate? I got this business idea. Can you just send him through this link?" And I'm just like,
I don't think he cares unless it's about human trafficking.
Yeah,
but
sorry,
it's like
he's
these.
busy with his
I don't
ladies.
even
I was positive I am done with white girls. Then Miss Aussie came across my screen. Love heart, eye emoji.
That's not that bad.
That's not
What's-
too bad.
I get gay men.
How do you give up on white girls?
I got a message from someone from 4 years ago who was like, sorry I didn't respond. Like 4 years ago I must have hit her up to hook up some like girl off Tinder at some point. Didn't respond to me on Instagram. 4 years later sent a message saying, hey, I am now free. I was in a relationship.
Oh,
Years, dude.
wow. She remembered you.
Clearly. Fucking hell, eh? Mayday.
I think I must delete all the gross ones.
I wouldn't.
She's deleting it.
I did get hit up by someone on my email
send it
this
again.
morning to ask if I could film myself stomping on the floor, and he would superimpose himself as a really small man getting stomped on.
That sounds cool.
That's cool. That's based.
Yeah, it's really great.
Attack on Titan moment, you know?
I just want to make sure Australia is not known as like breakdancing country.
We're not. It's only...
I want to make
Channel
sure.
9, Channel
Oh, Australia, yeah, you breakdance bad. It's like, yeah, we fucking do. And if it was up to me, that woman would be deported to fucking some other place. I don't know where.
Any danger of me marrying the dimple in your chin? That's an interesting one.
It's odd.
Any danger? Probably because the danger is it's attached to a human.
Yeah.
That's pretty dangerous.
Crickets smell bad.
Okay.
I feed my frogs crickets and they fucking stink. And it's made me not like them as much. And it's made it easier to feed them to my frogs. I've created a visceral hate for the crickets, so I don't feel guilty.
Have you ever eaten cricket
Yeah.
protein
Yep, I don't give a shit.
powder thing?
Yeah, I'll fucking smash
So-
I
that
don't
shit.
particularly want to
Doesn't
eat
matter.
that.
It's just
It's
bug.
good shit.
So the next level is to get a French guy, feed him the frogs.
No,
You'll hate
I'm
the
not
frogs.
sacrificing the frogs, man.
And then you feed the French guy to...
Can I keep the French
Bigger
guy
humans.
in a tank?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that for sure. Fucking love feeding frogs.
You don't even need a tank. They have a fake one.
Oh, you just paint their faces white.
Yeah.
They're fucked.
They're fucked. Put them in the shadow realm.
Yeah, why have prisons with jail cells? Just paint all of them like mimes,
Yeah.
and then they can't go
Or
anywhere.
just make it paint it like an optical illusion. They can't find their way out.
And why are they
And
always?
if they can find their way out, then they earn
They're
their
smart. They're
freedom.
smart enough. They're smart enough for society. Why are convicts always in bright orange suits? It's dehumanizing. You're turning them into a number. I
That's
think
America.
tuxedos.
I don't know if that's Australia.
Australia has. We have.
Is it also bright
like
orange?
green or blue? But instead of a jumpsuit, tuxes.
Right, and they have to keep them pressed.
Keep them,
dapper.
they have to keep them incredibly well looked after.
Yeah,
Because
like
like,
the
in
army.
African countries, poor African countries, they wear their Sunday best, and like that, the whole thing is like they'll be living in mud and sticks, and their clothes are pristine because they care so much for the church and like their belief system and their culture. So we apply that, but instead of it being poor countries suffering from poverty and colonialism, it's convicts and tuxes. Imagine that. Imagine getting shivved and you're dapper and you're getting shivved and it's like Peaky Blinders because you're in a tuxedo and they're going, but the pinkies are out and you're getting shivved. The pinkies are out and you're getting shivved. Oh no, the blood's on my suit. And then you get in trouble and you go to solitary confinement, not because you ratted out, but because you got blood on your tux.
Hey, I like the cut of your yib. And then you start stabbing them, shaking them, and you steal
I don't get that.
their yib.
And when you go into prison, they say, just don't go near the guy that says yib.
Yeah, what's a
He's
yib?
fucking
Do you know my dad was prison
Yeah.
guard for years and
JIB.
years?
Was he really?
Yeah, it was after he was a drill sergeant.
Did he
in the
bribe
army.
anyone?
No, but he made a lot of arts and crafts. He was the guy that like took them for their leisure time, so he'd take them out for exercise.
So he got the fun time.
And then he also would one of the criminals taught him how to do leather work. So my dad made me a handbag.
That's cool.
Usually I make it out of faces and skin, but
It makes me sad that prisoners are paid like a slave wage. I think that's crazy. That
they
they're
shouldn't get
like-
paid shit.
They should get paid way more. They get paid like 10 cents an hour
No,
or
it's
something.
really bad.
It's like,
yeah.
it's like, give them a bit more, man. They're like, I'm saving up for a packet of Doritos. It's like, fuck me. Like,
I reckon we should just start sending them to space and colonizing and just let them...
So rehabilitation is just off the table?
No, they run their own colony. They're all...
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you study to be an astronaut, you're fucking rehabilitated. Those are tough lessons.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And one might just explode.
Well, do you know
every
what?
three.
Australia started off with all the convicts and we did just fine. So
And look at us now, we're representing breakdancing in the Olympics.
You know what's crazy is they didn't just represent, they took all the petty criminals, took them over here, and they were like, here you go, have some fucking land.
and we were like,
Imagine getting sent to prison and they're like, hey, you're going somewhere else forever, you're never going home, And also, you're going to get as much free land as you want.
I don't know if it worked quite like that.
They literally would work. They would do their time, serve their sentence, and at the end of their sentence, they'd be given land to farm until, because they wanted to colonize it. So the convicts were the ones colonizing.
When you go to that island, because it's a convict.
St. Helena?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just say it. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna fuck on it.
It's sad when you like find out.
It's a
that, like,
leper island.
after it was a convict island. So all the buildings were built by like slave prisoners, and they're made of like this shitty stone that's made of shells, so it just like cuts you.
And they rarely escaped because it was sharks. Because there was so many bull sharks, and the
Still is.
weather was so gnarly around the island that when people tried to escape to Brisbane, down to Moreton Bay region, they would often just get taken away or like smashed by the waves. And there was a few escapes. Maybe
Gotta
like
risk it for the biscuit.
there was like 12 escapes, and all those people were never found again.
And-
so they just, what that means is they got that. Imagine living in a time where you could escape prison, be like, sweet, I don't have to fucking worry. I'm gonna go now and live amongst the bush and start a life. Probably have a house. Like, crazy now that if you try to do that, it's like, sweet.
It's pretty
well,
easy to
I'm gonna get
track
tracked
you
down in 5 seconds.
A lot of the time they would swim across and they'd get to Brisbane and go, oh, and they'd swim back.
As there was a school shooter and he killed a bunch of kids. Why didn't you go in there? There was a school shooter and he shot a bunch of kids. Why the fuck would I go in there? That sounds scary as shit. That's cops in America.
Yeah, cops are cool.
They had a gun, dude, in there. That's scary.
Yeah, imagine hearing a cop say that. Dude, they had a gun.
I would just go in and simply kill the shooter.
I would simply arm every child with a
Explosive collar
with a
neck.
butterfly knife and a Glock 19. And I would arm a single child via a completely random process with a suicide collar. Their job is to sprint as quickly as they can. Now, don't get drastic. We're not saying these kids are going to explode. It's just that the threat of explosion from a kamikaze child is enough to deter shooters.
And-
but the shooter's going to be in the class, so they have to see that the collars are real and they could explode. So,
But what if it's the kid with the collar that is doing the shooting?
Well, you can detonate him straight away, can't you?
yeah,
Silly
you can
boy?
blow them up.
See, it's a win-win. The thing is too, 5-year-old with the M16 gets killed, right? M16's useless. Now the killer has it. 5-year-old gets shot, becomes a landmine at that point. You just bait the kid.
Put him at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of what we're doing,
The skull becomes shrapnel.
So instead of ancient history, geography, and social sciences, we are now going to be training
Sprinting.
kids from 5 to 16 in SAS training, the Secret Australian Services. Is that what it is?
No.
What is it?
Secret Armed Service.
Yeah, because the SAS is
Yeah,
England as well.
Anyway, we're going to train children to be highly combative. So wait, if we train all the kids, we're training the shooter.
Yeah, but how many more kids than the shooter? It's always outnumbered.
But if we're training the kids, we're training the shooter, and whatever
Yeah.
strats we give the kids, the
The shooter will have.
Fake out
And then what?
strats.
And then,
Teach 'em bad
and then what if they
strats.
become like a SWAT team?
Yeah.
A SWAT team of school shooters.
But then if all the school shooters are shooting up together,
dude.
then-
This is teaching the hijackers how to fly at school, dude. Like it doesn't work.
Okay, this is what you teach them: bad tactics. You load their guns with bullets, that when they fire them, they blow them.
But we don't tell them
You
that.
don't tell
They're
them.
backwards guns.
Backwards guns.
I think, what about this? We arm the youngest grades, the 5 and 6 year olds, where they're so easily influenced, but still too young to want to commit a massacre. So they're really easy to tell what to do. Those are our frontline assault firers and shooters, right? Because those are typically the ones dying disproportionately by people. Okay, and then what we do after that is the older grades are always entering the school under threat. So visualize like Honey 2012. His child soldier army, but in American high schools, and that's for protection.
I think what we do is we have metal detectors. We have once every 4, you have an actor. Walks through, metal detector goes off, cop gets him on a niche, executes him. Keeps the kids aware that if they're bringing guns in, they're going
I'm
to
a
be
little
caught.
concerned about the amount of death. We don't want to be inappropriate here. We want,
No,
we
but
want an
think of the
army of
percentage.
5-year-olds that are armed with Glock 19s and M16s. We don't want to be doing something controversial by killing kids.
Well, they are children, so all the guns should be 9mm for easy control.
Yeah. What if we make 1 in every 5 kids execute their parents so they're extra committed to the cause? Because that's a Coney 2012 thing.
And every day you check the bullets, and if the bullet's missing, you lose a hand.
Yes, that's
Unless you can bring a
good.
body and prove that the bullet was used, you lose a hand.
Now, the teachers in each class. Teachers are not going to massacre a school because they would have done that long ago. Kids are annoying. Teachers don't often want to be armed. They want to teach class. Now,
What do you
I
want to do,
think-
Emily?
I would like to not teach anymore, which is kind of good that it's happening. When I do have to go to school at the moment these days, and I'm just walking through the playground, I'll have kids, the older kids, point to me and just say YouTube, and I go.
And in America, it's you're next. Isn't it crazy
I
that?
just
Don't
walk
come to
past
school
and go,
tomorrow.
That wasn't me.
Isn't it
That
crazy
wasn't
that
me."
your biggest fear at school is getting recognized and not getting shot up by a disruptive student that you upset
I
2
don't know
years
how
ago?
American teachers actually like. Why would you choose that career?
Because their
They're a-
culture accepts violence too much. It's gun culture, dude. Even the most sane Americans will have takes on gun culture where I am like, only Americans think like
No,
guys.
but the school shooting is like a whole. How do they? They probably don't have many teachers. Did you know?
They have fuckloads
No,
of teachers.
wait.
Their credentials are terrible though. You don't even
In
need
America,
a
you
degree.
don't need to have a teaching
No, you
degree
don't.
to be a substitute.
Yeah,
you can just turn up and
yeah.
do it.
Which is cool because you could have Chuck Norris be your substitute teacher. Arnold. It could be anyone.
Anyone.
A school
I
shooter.
can-
A school shooter could be a.
I could be a substitute.
Oh,
okay, we
fuck,
can change
I would massacre that fucking classroom.
Oh,
But
just-
you'd be terrified of disciplining the kids in case they come
Yes,
back with
but
a gun.
isn't that a fucking crazy concept that there's one country in the whole world and it's the strongest one shooting up all the little kiddies?
Yeah, it's like Rome.
And they also won't convert to the metric system.
Yeah, that's more upsetting. I'll be fully honest with you guys. I am suffering from some writer's block, and I have been for like 2 weeks. So these guys know this, but like we
Yeah.
shot one fucking video today. It's been such a slog. I don't know.
just take some decongestion tablets.
Okay, but I think commenters, audience, if you guys have things you do or things you want to see, fucking tell me. Because I'm struggling right now. I want to make longer
They
content.
tell you.
We're thinking
They tell you
about-
in the comments all the time.
It's awesome. I acknowledge it. We
So they
acknowledged it
said
last
they
time.
wanted more Miss Frizzle.
Yeah, but I can't just like.
But Connor doesn't like to repeat. When the dating one, the interpreter one did really well, and I was like, we need to make a part 2. Connor never likes to do that.
That's not true. I'll do it again, but it has to be because there's another idea that's really funny, not because the idea was successful.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just
That's fair,
it
that's
never
fair.
works.
It's a
Every
bit-
time it's like let's do this again. It fails. It has to be let's do
This again, but better.
yeah, pretty much.
We're thinking of doing some longer form content in the form of excursions or adventures.
I want to do that. I just
like 20-minute-ish kind of just like, vlogs of
Yeah.
us going on cool
Be really
adventures
fun.
and stuff.
I think I just want to do some really get more and more production orientated and get when Tam's into because we're going to get Tam into do scheduling and organizing and admin and stuff and producing. But I just need to I've just had a fucking writer's block. It's because there's 1,000 videos on the channel. I looked at how many fucking videos. It's like I've sat here.
Yeah, because you've made everything. It's all done.
Everything's done to be
Everything's
made.
been done.
But it's exhausting and I am tired. So I'm sorry. But we will continue to try. I want to fucking make some stuff that makes me money. Hearing some dickhead online make a 20-minute video, get 3 million views and make $26,000 in ad revenue from a 20-minute video when we get 10 million views in a vid and we make $1,000 because it's short form.
Okay. Just need to do some vlogs. People think, well, that will be so fun. Follow us around as we try bouldering.
I think the only problem with vlogs is it's not normal content, and I feel like the amount of effort put in will.
No, because you're just feeling what you're doing and you're having fun. And people who are invested in you guys and have watched your videos for a long time would be like, oh, cool. Whenever I post
just
on
mean-
my channel like BTS stuff, the fans that you guys have that have found me and followed me love it.
It's
They're
more-
like, this is so cool.
That's not
little
my
insight.
concern. The concern is editing a 20-minute piece of content is a lot of work. The concern is that it's going to take a long. When we used to do the old vlogs, I would spend a lot of time cutting those and
Right.
writing scripts. It takes a lot of effort.
You gotta do less. Do less. Don't
Well-
film the whole day. Whip out your phone a few times. Bada bing, bada boom.
I feel like we don't do
Economize.
anything. I used to edit vlogs. And if you're not doing something exciting, it
Yeah,
just
it'd be a
comes off
nightmare, right?
It's just shit.
Guys,
No one
I'll
wants to
just
watch
do it. Okay, don't even worry. Let's go do something fun. I'll film it on my phone. Oh, these cars.
I reckon there's one big feature we have, which is fridge president.
Yeah, but that's not a 20-minute video. Even at
Yeah,
3
but it's
minutes, it's not
longer
going
than-
to be
Oh my god, we never did fridge.
We're still doing. We're still going to do it. It's going to get done.
Yeah,
Just
great.
can't do the assassination punchline
Yeah, we
because
can. Fuck it.
No, we
Well,
can't.
it's JFK.
Yeah.
We can't. We can't. It cannot come out before that election. That election is so violent, so geared with violence. We can't do that joke. Sincerely, it's not happening. And you know me, I don't give a fuck. That will be pulled apart. Like, it just won't come off well.
I don't remember the punchline. So
What
I'm
if
just
it
nodding.
looks
Punchline is
You don't
the-
have to explain it because
Well,
then we don't.
no, they can hear it. But the fridge
Okay.
gets assassinated in lieu of like by a microwave, and the whole joke is it's JFK assassination.
Oh, yeah.
But Trump just got shot in the fucking ear, and like,
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you most comfortable. Who cares?
What's his name got shot in the 80s?
Everyone's gets shot as
Yeah,
president.
but
That's
it's
what
like
Americans do. They
more-
love it.
releasing
And a shoe.
releasing a video where like one side of politics is incredibly violent.
We'll
and
just
we're
wait till
making a
after the
joke,
election then.
well, then it won't work.
But if you had like someone in a car and they were wearing the pink dress, I feel like that's clearly
Yeah,
such
but
a...
it's just more like a
JFK.
political assassination after an attempted political assassination, right before a really, really, really important election where one side's really violent, where you've got the government saying, hey, if we win, that side's gonna like perform some fucking sincere domestic terrorism, like,
And become a dictatorship.
yeah, and all that stuff's
How
really
bizarre.
all that stuff's really concerning, and it doesn't bother me. I don't think the joke's bad. It's just more that if we make that and that's the punchline, the conversation's not going to be that's really fucking funny. The punchline's really
It'll
funny.
just be
It's just
about
going to be about the fucking
Yeah, I
Trump
guess so.
assassination. It's just going to turn into that, and it's going to become politicized in the wrong way. Whereas if we just think of a different punchline, it like will work.
Yeah, okay.
But saying all this, right now, the best punchline is shooting the fridge in the head. And we will if we have to. But I just want to do something else if we can.
When is
What if we
the
block the
election?
car? That is it. Instead of shooting him in the head.
Unfortunately, that's an assassination.
No, November.
November. Gosh, that's far away still.
Well, I did see,
dragging on.
I had that idea about the IRA stuff.
That's a fucking excellent idea.
Well, right now, they are firebombing
What?
the English.
The IRA are firebombing English.
The IRA, have you seen the shit that's happening?
No?
They're like throwing fucking Molotovs and shit at the cops.
Oh, they're doing, yeah, they're doing protests. Yes. They're not, it's not the fucking IRA. It's just they're protesting.
When you said IRA, I thought of IRS. I was confused. And now I'm on board.
IRS is actually worse.
Do you get the sweats when you hear IRS?
No, because I'm not American.
Do you get the sweats when you hear tax?
Nah, my
ATO.
partner's an accountant.
Yeah.
Just gets me horny.
Committing high.
Do you get stressed when you think of Waco?
What's that?
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Cracking Podcast. If you want to catch the full episode with all the uncut, uncensored bits except for the naughty word Goob said, it will be on Patreon. You can see the whole thing there. It'll be probably 10 to 20 minutes longer. Also, we're sponsored by GamerSubs, 10% off. Link in the
Love
description.
you, Gamer Subs. Don't forget what I said. Love you.
Thanks for another fun app. Make sure you check us out on Spotify. I gotta start doing these like little fucking bits the whole way through it and talk about stuff. Thanks for listening to whatever.
Thanks,
Dragon Ball
guys.
Podcast. See you guys
Peace
next
out,
week.
Gamer Subs. Love you.
Five Nights at Freddy's be like...